Hey guys, super pumped to be here with you today. We got another great workout. We're gonna jump right into the mobility so that we can get this thing started. We're gonna start today with what I call the yogi couch stretch. It's basically a good yoga pose that looks a lot like our traditional couch stretch. I like this option because if you don't have a wall in your garage, like I definitely do not, this is a good option for you to get the couch stretch in, but you don't have to be next to a wall. If you have a band, I'm going to show that option first. This is more of a scaled version. We're going to start out in our lunge shape. We're going to grab that band, hook it to your foot, pull it over the shoulder, and get into that nice, strong couch stretch. I always feel this more, probably because my foot is being pulled closer to my body, but it's still a great version of the couch stretch. If you do not need the band because you're super flexy, grab that foot. Sometimes I'll grab it with both hands so I can pull those shoulder blades back and I can get into that nice tall couch stretch here. I want about 2 minutes aside on that, you guys, today. The other mobility exercise we have to get us started, we do have some overhead. If you have a pull-up bar in your garage, we have some overhead. Either way, this is going to be a great mobility exercise for you. You're going to take a lacrosse ball. If you don't have one, you need one. So find something. It's a dog toy. It's a rolled up sock that's been, I don't know, double timed. Find something that's the size of a tennis ball, lacrosse ball, anything like that. We are going to go straight down to the ground, put that ball right into the trap. Okay, if you're studly, you're going to bridge up those hips and you're going to give me some movements overhead with your arm. Okay, if that hurts too much, you can relax the hips down, but still work on keeping that bicep really close to the ear. Stretch it out nice and long. Make sure you're breathing with this, which I am not, so that is not helping. Whew, why am I out of breath? That's not good. Anyway, about 1 minute aside, you guys, or about 20 passes, 30 maybe if you're doing it super fast. Check it out. What the heck? It happens so fast. It works so well. This is going to improve your overhead real quick. Okay, so that's the mobility of the day. If you're following along with me, go ahead and press pause. Come back and we'll get the warm-up in. All right, you guys, our warm-up is going to be 3 rounds today. You're going to need your PVC. If you don't have a PVC, you should have a broomstick or a Swiffer handle nearby. Nat did tell me that you can take the end of the Swiffer off, and that makes a nicer PVC handle. So grab your PVC. We're going to go into this overhead position. Our first thing we're going to do is overhead lunges. So on that overhead lunge, we want to make sure that our knee is going behind the back hip. So I touch down. I'm going to give it a little twist. Since this is our warm-up, switch sides, a nice little twist. If it feels good to twist both directions, by all means do it. Just make sure you're going into a really strong overhead position. My elbow pits are to the sky as I go down. Okay, my knees are tracking really strong. I'm taking my time on this. Next exercise is going to be 10 PVC Passthrough Situps. These are super challenging, so have some fun with it. It's just a skill that we can practice and get better at. I'm going to hold the PVC out overhead. I'm going to sit all the way up. I'm going to try to reach my toes around that PVC and then sit all the way back. And then I'm going to come back. Woo. And now I'm breathing heavy again. If you cannot perform that exercise holding on to the PVC the whole time, you could let go with one hand. And you could sit up, bring that PVC around, grab it again, bring that PVC around, grab it again, and down. If you can't do that one either, there is another option. Try to sit up and see if you can touch your shoes with the PVC. That's another great start. A lot of this stuff, if you can't do it, is going to be mobility related. So just make sure you're spending your 10 minutes a day working on those things that you need to be working on. The last exercise for the warm-up today is going to be with our jump rope. We do have running in the workout today. So this is a great opportunity to work on our running drills. So if I'm running in place, I'm working on that pull. Coach Lori will tell me if I'm doing a good job with my pull with the jump rope. Okay, we're going to do 50 here, making sure the forefoot is hitting first, my heel's kissing the ground, and I'm being nice and light on my feet. That's our warm-up. So if you want to press pause, go do that 3 rounds. Come back to us and I'll explain the workout. So the workout of the day today is a chipper. We are going to start with 20 front rack lunges, 10 strict toes to bar. If you don't have anywhere to hang, don't worry, I got you. Then we're going to do an 800-meter run. After that, you're doing 16 front rack lunges, 8 toes to bar, 400-meter run. See where I'm going with this? 12 front rack lunges, 6 toes to bar, 200-meter run, 8 front rack lunges, 4 toes to bar, and then you're done. All right, so let's talk about the scales and modifications for all those movements, depending on what equipment you have. If you don't have any weights, no dumbbells, no kettlebells, nothing to hold that's gonna, no child, a 50-pound child would be awesome. Put them on your back, do the lunges. Maybe a weighted backpack would be good. But if you don't have any of that stuff, we are gonna do no weighted lunges. Same kind of form we were talking about with our warm-up, but you are gonna times every rep speed by 2. So instead of 20, you're gonna do 40. If you have only lightweight, like I've got this really cute little 15-pound kettlebell, clearly I know that's not super heavy for me. But if I wanted to use it, I can do lunges better than that. Okay, if you wanted to use it, I would just add 10 reps to each round. I can also hold it like this. That is another option. Otherwise, you've got a nice heavy load. Got a 44-pound kettlebell here, and I've got a 20-pound dumbbell. I want to add those together because the whole point today, point of performance, stimulus, heavy and fast. So now I've got a dumbbell and a kettlebell. It's heavy. I'm already breathing heavy. That would be an awesome option. So it's okay if things are weird. If you've got a ball on one side, kettlebell on the other, cool. Make it as challenging as you can for those lunges today. If for some reason you cannot do lunges, got a knee issue, something, I don't know. And if you could do step-ups, that is another great option. Find something to step up on. Just make sure it's stable and safe and it's not gonna cause any problems. Okay, cool, lunges, done. All right, toes to bar. Obviously, you guys know, toes to bar, we wanna be hanging. If you don't have anywhere to hang from, in your garage, your home, outside, wherever you're doing this, we have other options for you. So the very first one is gonna be a weighted V-up. So I'm gonna grab that 15-pound kettlebell again, because I'm not gonna be able to do super heavy weight with this, but I can do this little guy, I think. Arms are gonna be long overhead, legs are gonna be long, toes are gonna be pointed. I'm gonna reach up and try to touch my shoes with that kettlebell. All the way up onto my sit bones, or my tailbone rather, making that super challenging. So you can see I was super slow on those. My normal V-ups with no weight, I could go pretty fast, okay? But because it was weighted, took a little bit longer, a little bit more stability, you can see the difference. If that's not happening for you, then I'd rather you do regular sit-ups for today and just do twice the reps. So instead of 10, you'll do 20. Does that make sense? Cool. For the running today, if you don't know your distances because you're at your house, you're not at a track, you're not somewhere where you know where 800 meters is, here are the times that you will do instead. So for an 800 meter run, you'll go 5 minutes, 600 meter run, 3.5 minutes, 400 meter run, 2 minutes, and 200 meter run, 1 minute. If you're not running at all, you could grab a bike. I'm sure you have some kind of cardio machine underneath your laundry in the garage. You can grab that guy and do the same exact time lengths. If you don't have any equipment, you can jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope, you can do jumping jacks. Same length of time. Jumping jacks for 5 minutes is horrendous, but it can be done. You can maybe even switch it. Jumping jacks, high knees, butt kickers, just be moving for that 5 minutes. It's a great at-home version if you don't have access to outside quickly. If you are a no-impact person, something's going on, you got a tight Achilles, your feet are bothering you, your knees, whatever's going on for you and you can't do impact today, we are gonna do mountain climbers. So let me demo those quickly. You can do this on a bench if you can't do it with your hands on the ground. We're gonna start here. This would be the perfect option. If that's too much impact, step. Okay? You are gonna do 80, 60, 40, and 20, which should be pretty easy to see how those reps match up. I think that's it on the scales. If you have any additional questions on scales, please just comment below or give us a call or a text message to our business line. We'd be happy to help you out. Our point of performance today is the lunge. So we really want to make sure that that knee is going behind the hip in that lunge. So when I lunge back, it's really easy to see that knee is behind my hip. Okay, what we find is when people start getting tired with lunges, which is very easy to do, that they start lunging like this. And you can see all the shapes I've got going here. I'm exaggerating that one a little bit. But even this, where my knee is straight underneath my hip, it's not the most optimal position. What we're really looking for in the lunge is hip extension. We don't do a lot of hip extension in the world these days, so we want to make sure we're training it in the gym. This is not the point of performance, but something I want to make sure you guys are focusing on is that little knee wiggle in the front when we lunge. So when I step back, that knee is staying super strong, and I step together, super strong knee, step together, okay? What we see when people lunge forward is a big knee wiggle because they're stepping with that knee, okay? So we want to make sure that when you step back, that knee is nice and strong. There's no knee wiggle. So if you shouldn't be doing this loaded, don't do it loaded. No problem. Work on what you need to work on. Our stimulus today is heavy and fast. So on the lunges, what I want is as heavy as you can go. So I showed you my 44 and my 20 to add load, made it super heavy. Get everything you have. If you've got a weight vest, if you've got, I don't know what you have at home, laundry detergent in one hand, a child on the other shoulder, whatever you need to do to make it heavy, that will be considered RX, and you only do the 20 reps. Again, if you have no weight, you're timesing it by 2. If you have light weight, you're just adding 10 to every rep. Fast is going to be your run. Okay, the run needs to be fast, and that needs to be if you're biking or jumping as well. So make sure you're moving really quick. Okay, I think that's it. Cool. Last thing for our finisher today. Recovery-wise, we are going to do some smashing. I've got 2 options here. I've got a lacrosse ball and a golf ball. So with the golf ball, I'm just going to smash my feet. And, oh, that hurts so good. I would spend a good 2 minutes aside on this, you guys. Hey, take advantage of the fact that you're mostly at home right now and get more mobility in than you should. If you haven't checked out the Ready State yet, you really should sign up for their 14-day free version. And then, of course, if you want to sign up for the full version, we are in full support of that as well. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.